Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. One person was life-flighted Thursday morning following a crash on Interstate 80 westbound. According to officials, the multiple vehicle crash took place around mile marker 252. As emergency crews worked the scene, I-80 westbound was shut down between the Conyngham-Nescopeck exit 256 and the Mainville-Mifflinville exit 242. The roadway has since reopened. According to emergency crews, one patient was life-flighted with critical injuries. A second patient was transported to the hospital by ambulance. Over $1 million were donated to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital Thursday morning during a check presentation ceremony at Hazleton City Hall. The donation was provided from the estate of lifelong Hazleton resident Gerald Lagativia, known by his friends as Jerry. Jerry's late brother-in-law was former Hazleton Mayor John Ford. We spoke with Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassett about the family's legacy in the Hazleton area.
I know John Ford pretty well before he passed, and children were very important to him. He wanted to help every child he could, and this is just part of that legacy, and people remember this forever.
Jerry's friend and personal attorney John Rogers was also at the event and spoke with us about how the donation came about.
Well, I'm a friend and an attorney for Jerry Lagativia and John and Rose Ford. I've been friends with them for many years, and when Jerry was looking to do something to basically help make things a better place and help people, we talked about it. Father Thomas Capelloni, Jerry and I had long discussions, and Jerry felt strongly in St. Jude's, and he felt that St. Jude's mission in helping children that were ill was something he really wanted to support.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is a pediatric treatment and research facility that tackles some of the toughest cases of pediatric diseases and cancers. A local St. Jude patient, Claudia Buffuno of Drums, was in attendance at the event and spoke about her experience at St. Jude.
Being at St. Jude is a wonderful experience. It's a genuinely happy place, despite the reason everybody's there. It is made wonderful. Kids are free to roam around. I have a lot of great memories from there.
Claudia's mother, Chrissy Buffuno, was also at the event and said St. Jude made a big difference in Claudia's journey.
So Claudia was 2 years of age, diagnosed with a ependymoma brain tumor, and she needed to be treated. So her surgery was at Children's Hospital Philly, and we had found out her tumor was cancerous and chemotherapy was known not to work. So the hospital themselves, they actually referred us to St. Jude. And once we heard the protocol that she would be on and the research they were doing, we knew our answer was to go to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So right now she's 23 years cancer-free. She graduated from King's College 2 years ago and working full-time and driving and all the things that kids should be doing after going through a traumatic experience, having cancer. So I'm so thankful for St. Jude and everything they give the kids in our backyard, my family, around the world.
To donate to support St. Jude, you can visit stjude.org. The Freeland Municipal Authority has issued a water boil advisory. Due to a water main break, Freeland residents are warned to boil all water before drinking. When boiling water, residents are reminded to bring the water to a boil. Let it boil for 1 minute and then let it cool before using it. Boiled or bottled water should be used for drinking, making ice, brushing teeth, washing dishes, and food preparation until further notice. However, officials say the water is safe to use for showering and laundry. In a press release, the Freeland Municipal Authority said they will inform the public when the water boil advisory is lifted. Coming up on WYLN News, the City of Hazleton announces an upcoming electronics recycling event. Plus, Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton will be hosting a mobile blood drive on Tuesday. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Owen. Tomorrow is sunny.
The Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health have come together, two leading health systems dedicated to improving the well-being of our communities and offering you a broader access to uncompromising high-quality care, stronger together for you. We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, it's going to be a great show. Linda Gordon was told she needs back surgery by multiple doctors. She came here and through gentle chiropractic care, and it took 2 months. The disc healed, her surgery was canceled. It's going to be a great show, so tune in for it.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The City of Hazleton will be hosting an electronics recycling day on Saturday, September 7th. The event will run from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Hazleton City Authority located at 400 East Arthur Gardner Parkway in Hazleton. During the event, the public will have the opportunity to recycle a wide variety of electronic devices such as DVD players, hard drives, laptops, televisions, speakers, and computers. All televisions and monitors must be complete and intact. Participants must show valid PA identification and proof of residency. The cost for the event is $20 per car for Hazleton residents and $40 per car for non-residents. All payments must be made through cash or money order to the City of Hazleton. Credit cards and checks will not be accepted. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton has announced that they will be hosting a mobile blood drive on Tuesday, September 10th. The event is being held in collaboration with the Miller Keystone Blood Center and will run from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the hospital campus. All individuals 16 and older will need to present a valid identification card in order to donate. 16-year-old donors must also have a parent or guardian sign a completed permission slip. Donated blood will be utilized throughout the region to meet the transfusion needs of patients and to aid the recovery of trauma victims, premature infants, and surgical patients. To register to donate, you can visit giveapint.org. Local young actors will be bringing the show The Drowsy Chaperone Jr. to the stage this weekend. The show will run from Friday, September 6th to Sunday, September 8th at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts in Hazleton. The 2006 Broadway musical is a parody of American musical comedies from the jazz age as told by an antisocial theater fan. The junior version of the performance will feature a talented mix of young performers ranging in age from 8 to 18. The Friday and Saturday performances will begin at 7 p.m. with the Sunday matinee beginning at 3 p.m. Tickets can be purchased online at ptpashows.org or at the PTPA box office. The Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts is located at 212 West Broad Street in Hazleton. Coming up on Wilkes-Barre's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Kingston Part 2. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brux night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brux night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to bruxnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's bruxnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Splash into Fall Craft Fair at the Berwick-Burvaughn Pool, September 7th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, email the address on your screen. And make sure you check out the Splash into Fall Craft Fair. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
The railroad boom beginning to sweep the nation reached Kingston about the same time as the town's incorporation. The first iron rails to reach the new community were those of the Lackawanna and Bloomsburg Railroad, with its first train reaching Kingston on June 24, 1856. It would run to Scranton 3 times a day. Eventually, the line would become part of the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad. The railroad's completion emphasized the need for transportation between Kingston and the closer Wilkes-Barre. To meet this need, the Wilkes-Barre and Kingston Passenger Railway, the first local public transportation utility, was established. It would operate through 1949. Like elsewhere in the Wyoming Valley, coal mining was big in the Kingston area. The most prominent coal breaker in the Kingston proper would be the Pettibone Breaker, which opened for operation in 1889. It was named for Noah Pettibone, on whose land it was built, and was in through service through 1932. Another breaker nearby was the Woodward Breaker in adjacent Edwardsville, which began crushing coal in 1888. It also was named for the original owner of the land, Stanley Woodward. The original Woodward breaker was replaced with a more modern one in 1916. The second Woodward breaker was torn down in 1963. Kingston would become the symbolic center of Pennsylvania beginning in 1879, when a community native reached the state's highest office. Henry Martin Hoyt Sr. was born in the then Kingston Corners in 1830 and was an early graduate of Wyoming Seminary. He returned to the school to teach mathematics after graduating college. When the Civil War broke out, Hoyt enlisted and eventually became colonel of the 52nd Pennsylvania Infantry. He led his command in action during the Peninsula Campaign before the conflict brought him to Charleston, South Carolina, where he took part in the siege of Morris Island. Hoyt would lead his troops on a daring nighttime raid on the island's Fort Johnson, sneaking up on the garrison in boats. While he would initially capture the fort, a lack of reinforcements led to the Confederate forces retaking it, and Hoyt was captured. He was taken to a prisoner of war camp in Macon, then transferred back to Charleston, where he would escape, be recaptured, and eventually exchanged. He rejoined his command afterwards and ended the war a brigadier general. After the conflict ended, Hoyt returned to practicing law. He rose in prominence in the Republican Party, serving as its state chairman for 2 years from 1875 to 1876. In 1878, Hoyt would defeat Democratic State Senator Andrew Dill to become Pennsylvania's 18th governor, the third straight former Civil War general after John Geary and John Hartranft to hold the position. Hoyt's tenure began with several administrative scandals, including state assembly members found guilty of illegal solicitation for a bill compensating the Pennsylvania Railroad for damages in 1877 riots, and Secretary of State Matthew Quay found to have speculated with state funds. Hoyt would still accomplish much in office, however, as under him, the state's debt was reduced by more than $1 million, a state medical board was established, and prison reforms for solitary confinements initiated. After leaving office, Hoyt returned to law practice and wrote a pair of books in his spare time. He died in 1892 and rests today in 40 Fort Cemetery. His son, Henry Hoyt Jr., would serve as the United States Solicitor General under Theodore Roosevelt from 1903 to 1909. Another member of the Hoyt family would make a direct long-term contribution to Kingston itself. All the way back in 1810, Governor Hoyt's grandfather, Daniel Hoyt, had invited locals to join a literary group at his family house on Wyoming Avenue. Almost a century later, in 1909, his grandson, Frank Weston Hoyt, who was the elder Henry Hoyt's cousin, donated the family house to Kingston Borough for use as a library. It took some years for it to be fully funded to be operated as such, with public funds and rental income being used to pay for the conversion, but the Hoyt Library opened for readers on January 2, 1928, with Margaret Jackson as the first head librarian. The library was heavily damaged by Hurricane Agnes's floods in 1972, with many books on the first floor lost to the floodwaters. And the 2007 Valentine's Day blizzard caused the roof in the children's wing and an annex built in 1987 to collapse. Yet the library was rebuilt after each of these calamities and continues to serve Kingston and the surrounding area today. For a time, Kingston wasn't the only community in its neighborhood of the Wyoming Valley. On the evening of June 20th, 1887, the community of Dorranston was incorporated out of Kingston Township by a grand jury. Originally consisting of a mere 40 residents on mostly rural land, the new town's boundary stretched from the southeast side of Kingston Borough of the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad to the Susquehanna, and from the boundary of Plymouth to that of 40 Fort. The name came from the prominent Dorrance family, who had been of position of power in the Wyoming Valley for over a century. The newly elected town council will handle such matters as land surveys and bridge and road repairs. Dorranston High School would open in 1911 at the corner of Rudder Avenue and Dorrance Street. By the beginning of the 1920s, however, Dorranston was deeply in debt, and town council decided the best option was either to merge with Kingston or with Wilkes-Barre. After both parties in the debate made their cases, Dorranston's residents voted by a tally of 1,031 to 939 to join with Kingston. The last class of Dorranston High School of 27 seniors graduate in 1922, with the underclassmen behind them joining Kingston High School the following year. As it was, in 1926, Wilkes-Barre then made a pitch to annex Kingston, but the latter's voters turned down the proposal.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, it's going to be a great show. Linda Gordon was told she needs back surgery by multiple doctors. She came here and through gentle chiropractic care, and it took 2 months. The disc healed, her surgery was canceled. It's going to be a great show, so tune in for it.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,